Mayor Spencer and council members, my name is Michael Yoshi. I pastor the Buena Vista United Methodist Church. I'm a relative newcomer to Alameda. I was appointed in Alameda in 1988, so I've been here almost 30 years. This is, I think, a short time for some others, but the church I serve has been around since 1898, and originally serving the immigrant Japanese community and historically served the Japanese American community over these many years. So on behalf of the ancestors of our church who worked in this community to build it up, I welcome newcomers here to this place on this evening. And I want to speak in support of Councilmember Odie's resolution. I see it as a comprehensive resolution, not just about Sanctuary City, but what he said about mass arrests and internments, registrations of individuals based on religion, and also ensuring a racial and social diverse community with economic justice. We're particularly concerned about this now. Many of you heard a spokesperson for the president-elect talk about the precedent for mass registration of Muslims would be the Japanese American internment. That happened here in Alameda, my friends, to members of the congregation that I serve. In 1942, Executive Order 9066 ordered all Japanese Americans into camps across the country. There were 10 camps in which people were put in mass incarceration. What he didn't mention was that there was a Civil Liberties Act in 1988, which many of us worked on to get an apology from the government for the abridgment of our civil liberties, and that act in 1988 was passed by Congress apologizing to Japanese Americans and citing the fact that there were three factors involved in what happened there. One was this war hysteria that was taking place, and two was the pre-existing racial prejudice against Japanese Americans, and thirdly, the lack of political leadership. At that time, no one in Alameda spoke up for the Japanese community here, either for the Methodist Church or for the Buddhist community, and so people were carted off. Church services were dismissed, and people's belongings were all stored in the social hall of our church. People were able to come back, though, and establish roots back in this community. I applaud Member Odie for his political leadership in this time of great uncertainty that is in front of us, and I hope and pray that all of you will follow his lead in this resolution so that we can move forward proactively and protect vulnerable communities. We are also, as a church, supporting migrant ministries, particularly with Central American refugees, with the East Bay Immigrant Coalition, with scores of other congregations. And I share with you, these are not criminals. These are people who are trying to make a living, make a life. They would love to be back in their homes as well. But we have to look at our relationships internationally as well. And what are the push and pulls of why people are coming here, and what is our implication in the policies that we make that drive people out as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.